So welcome back to the Four Horsemen. Got round 4 of 6 here. I'm Mitch Depker, joined by Wyatt Gehring. Say hello, Wyatt.
Hello.
All right. So on the right here, we got Daniel Mohoroski playing Bant Company versus Adam Labutka on Black White Eldrazi. I know we were really looking forward to watching the Bant Company deck on action.
I need you to keep talking.
Oh, okay. So we have looks like a pretty standard Bant Company deck list. No real. Oh, 2 copies of Bygone Bishop actually.
In the main?
In the main deck, yeah, looking to break the mirror. I know a lot of people are moving to cards like Eldrazi Sky Spawner or Bygone Bishop to kind of gain an edge in the mirror match because, as we've seen, that match can go long. And looks like both players are ready. Both players gonna scry like they're 6, and we should be underway here shortly. You ready to go, Wyatt?
I think we are ready to go. And let's see. We have Daniel on the plate, starting out with a Lumbering Falls tapped.
And another
Shambling Vents. And a Shambling Vents from Adam.
Yeah. Big, kind of a big win there for Adam. Not really seeing any 2-drop from Daniel. And Transgress the Mind going to reveal double Collected Company. I think, and maybe a Nisa.
Yeah, I would say Nisa.
Yeah, it's either Nisa or I think it's Nisa.
I'd say Nisa. That's the bar that I do believe he has blacked out rather than having every other one blacked out.
Yeah.
Kind of the opposite of what most people do. Oh, there we go. We're getting, I think we're getting the checklist card swapped out.
Alright, okay. So, if you're Adam here, what do you take? I think you take one of the Collected Companies. I think you try to keep them off as many of those as possible.
Yeah, Collected Company just seems bad for him. And he is playing, let's see what he has for his Blight Herder, Anguish Unmaking, Declaration of Stone, Mainboard Languish,
yeah, Languish,
Silk Wraps, Stasis Snooze. He has enough removal ultimate price where I just don't think he cares if
Bygone Bishop gets in there for the free series.
yeah, if he gets a Bygone Bishop down, I don't think he cares.
Yeah, so I guess Languish a good card as we see both players here at 3-0, but a Languish a card people kind of gravitate towards to deal with a lot of the creature decks in the format. Bant Company and the various flavors of human,
and we do have we see a Wasteland Strangler. I was about to say he is playing Wasteland Strangler, returning the company to the graveyard to give the Nisa -3/-3.
Yep, absolutely, and real nice play there for Adam. This is the kind of start you want to have if you're going to beat the Bant Company deck.
Yeah, this is definitely for Adam. I'm a big fan of because I remember when the set came out and people were on the black-white mid-range list and were like trying to play Kalitas in the deck, but all your removal exiled, so you didn't get the zombies off of Kalitas. I'm a huge fan of taking advantage of the exile with the he's playing Blight Herder, so he can get Eldrazi tokens, Wasteland Strangler as a removal, and every one of his
Anguish Unmaking also really fits well in this deck, as we saw right there, getting rid of that Bygone Bishop with I think I saw another Wasteland Strangler in hand. So really nice turn here for Adam. Going to be able to answer whatever the next threat is Daniel plays.
Yep, definitely. Let's see.
So I think if you're Daniel, I think you really need. I know he had 2 Collected Companies in hand, so I think we might see the other one here end of turn. Which Adam, of course, knows about. There's going to be no surprise that this Collected Company is coming. Yeah, Adam
could see it even at combat. Reading a Lumbering Falls to make sure to see how much mana it takes to activate.
And importantly enough, Wasteland Strangler going to trade with almost any creature that Daniel hits here. So
Unless Daniel really probably doesn't want to hit a Reflector Mage here, though. Like, you don't want to return that to his hand. which is one of the biggest things in the Bant Company deck is the Reflector Mage. Alright, so we have... is this one a Jace?
Yeah, it looks like a Jace and a Duskwatch Recruiter, so
yeah.
Has the option to...
Nope, this one is a
Nisa. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Daniel's markings are just awkward, to say the least. But
well, we're doing our best here to...
Yeah.
I think I'd rather would have liked it to see Jace there. But still, I think there might be a Wasteland Strangler coming down here on
yeah, we
Adam's
can see that
phase.
Adam has 2 Wasteland Stranglers in hand.
And an ultimate price, I believe. So we have a lot of ways to deal. So I think before blocks, you're just going to get rid of one of these creatures. Probably the Nisa. Oh, maybe the Duskwatch Recruiter. Okay.
Yeah, because Daniel probably won't give up the Nisa to the block.
Yeah, fair.
So he's going to still get it for 3 damage.
Yeah, imagine if you're Adam, then I think you still play this Wasteland Strangler to get rid of the Nisa anyway. Yeah, kind of just try your best to stay ahead.
Yeah.
She's certainly doing a good job of. We saw Daniel cast a Collected Company.
Yep.
And both those creatures are gone.
Yep. The one thing that will be hard for Adam to deal with, I think, are going to be the Lumbering Falls if he doesn't really get down to Sylvan Advocate in a 6th land. The Lumbering Falls are actually, they're going to be even worse now with the Sylvan Advocate.
Yeah, they'll be 5/5s, and
yeah.
So Daniel reloading with the Sylvan Advocate and the Jace. I think we need to take care of that Jace for Adam.
Well,
I don't think we want to get
Advocate...
Daniel to the point where we're flashing back Collected Companies.
Yeah, and as of now, Daniel's only has 5 lands, so he doesn't have the 6th one yet. So he still only has a 2/3 Advocate and a 3/3 Falls.
Lumbering Falls, yeah. So it looks like Adam's going to tap 3 mana. Yeah, favoring activating that Shambling Vent. Yeah. Yes, it's I don't know if I like this attack, but I mean, I don't see Daniel blocking the Shambling Vent. I mean, it's he might. I think he does though.
I feel like if you're Daniel here,
yeah.
You really.
But still gonna take 3, and Adam's gonna gain 2 up to 19.
I take 6 from the 2 Wasteland Stranglers.
Yeah, 6. Excuse me.
And he plays the land.
Well, I guess, Sylvan Advocate. I'm sorry. Shambling Vent's a 2/3, so that's a free attack into Sylvan Advocate. That's my bad. I don't vote.
Oh, okay. Let's see. We have a Chase activation to get the flip. Looks like he hit a...
Duskwatch Recruiter, I believe, was the hit there.
I thought it was the point. Well, excuse me.
Discarded Jason. That thing should be flipping here. Looks like we're having some issues with the checklist cards. It kind of looks like. Or now just counting up to 5. Yep.
All right, and then
the necessary 4 mana to cast flashback Collected Company. I think that's the
play here.
Yeah, I think that's the play here. Now, if you're Daniel, what are you looking to hit on this Collected Company? Reflector Mages obviously would be pretty nice.
Reflector Mages would be okay. I think the thing is with them, sure, you could now give him answers because you had to exile your Collected Company to get it to cast it again. So if you hit the Reflector Mage, you give him the Wasteland Strangler back as a removal spell again.
That's true. That's a very good point. But we still have a turn here, so a turn before those Wasteland Stranglers will come back.
That's true. We'll see.
Yeah,
Even
pondering
though-
over it, so it looks like he probably has a wealth of creatures to choose from. Bounding Crisis being one of them, and Bygone Bishop.
Bygone
Yep.
Bishop. I think the Bygone Bishop definitely solid here. If Adam cannot answer to it, it will generate a lot of card advantage.
Mm-hmm. And,
Daniel.
swing in there for 2, and that'll bring Adam down to 16 life.
Looks like it's 17 up there.
17 life. Yeah.
Dude, Ryan is on it with these life totals. Ryan is on it as a spotter, but I'm going to text him and be like, hey, we got the dice. We're good.
Yeah. We do appreciate the effort, though.
We do appreciate the effort, is right.
So if you're Adam, swinging in there, looking to get a little frisky. Yeah, going to trade with any creature on this board, so I like this attack by Adam. It's interesting to see if he went at Jace or at right at Daniel. I think he'd probably go at Daniel at 8 life.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, it looks like he has
might
a
even
silk
go
wrap
at
in,
Jace too.
is silk wrap in hand
Or for
too.
both.
From Adam, I think I saw, which prime removal. Choosing not to do anything with the Bygone Bishop though. Alright, and we have Adam dropping to 15 from that attack.
Yeah, looking for a better spot to than maybe just a Bygone Bishop. I would have liked to have seen the Bygone Bishop because I don't think we're well equipped to deal with flying threats in Adam's deck. I'm not too sure what all he has going on, but
Just played Daniel just played another Duskwatch Recruiter and a Sylvan Advocate. Still, was that? It almost looked like he was holding a land up, but I just think this seems weird.
yeah, it is a land.
I feel like you
Yeah, I feel like you would have played it to
get everything bigger.
yeah, and see now that Adam taking advantage of this with that language, that is brutal.
Yeah, if Daniel
Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, if Daniel would have gotten that land out, would have protected the Sylvan Advocate.
Yeah, would have been 4/5s.
He plays it and plays another Sylvan Advocate. So,
Yeah, still not a bad spot if you're Daniel. Still have an active Jace.
and 2 clue tokens.
And 2 clue tokens. You're right. I shouldn't forget about those clue tokens.
Just clueless to him.
Well, hopefully Daniel has a clue that they're there. So, yeah, if you were the invitational winner, would you choose clue token?
That would be a really good token.
I agree. That's a lot of camera time.
That is a lot of camera time.
Just think, he would have sacked me. He would have sacked one of me twice there. Well, I guess it would have been 2 of me. Whatever.
No respect.
So I think if you're Adam, you're looking for maybe a copy of Ob Nixilis, something. After dealing with all these, with the Sylvan Advocate and the threats on the board, which you believe he has a Stasis Snare in hand to be able to do so. Really looking for a big, finishing card. If you're Adam.
Yeah, he's definitely looking for a finishing card. However, we do see him with the, I think, like I said,
Looks like a Blight Herder in hand as well.
Blight Herder or a Silk and a Silk Wrap, I think.
Okay, so that'd be a nice play. I think to go, to go ice or
Stasis Snare.
Yeah, to go Stasis Snare on the Sylvan Advocate, and then the next turn we can put the Collected Company and the Sylvan Advocate in the graveyard to get a Blight Herder into play.
Yep.
And
is Blight Herder 2 creatures or 1 creature?
I think it's 3 actually.
I think you get 3 tokens, but I think you only have to return 1 card from exile.
No, you have to return 2.
Okay.
We'll be able to pull up Blight Herder here, folks, for you at home. Real quick. And that would be on Adam's side.
So P1 and card
Yeah,
draw.
so there's the Blight Herder.
As you cast it, you may put 2 cards from your opponent's own from their exile into their graveyard. If you do, put 3 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scions onto the battlefield with. Sacrifice this Eldrazi Scion creature to add 1 colorless mana to your pool.
That's pretty well read.
I try. I made it through basic English back in my day.
I struggled. I still read at a pretty low grade level.
2 tireless trackers on the Flashback Collecting Company.
So if Daniel could follow this up with a land, that'd be pretty big, especially an untapped land to crack those 2 clue tokens right away.
Get his trackers up to what are they're
3/2s.
3/2s. Get them up to 5/4s.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he just hits an evolving wallet here would be huge too. Getting up to 4 clue tokens. All right. Let's see. Looks like Daniel passes turn over to Adam. A Declaration in Stone here would be huge for Adam, I think.
It looks like he drew a Read the Bones. That's also a nice dropper later in the game.
Yep.
I think he cast the Blight Herder here now, and then Read the Bones will be safe for later.
Or you can cast the Blight Herder.
Yeah, oh,
Get
absolutely.
tokens.
Get 2 tokens.
Get 3 tokens.
Use 2 of them.
Use 2 of them
the
to
Shambling
cast
Vet
the...
to cast the Read the I like that play a lot, actually, for Adam.
Yep. Or, yeah, you can do that. Or, if he does have the, let's see, yeah, Read the Bones in hand. Yeah, you can Read the Bones here, or just hold it up as a wall. Let's see, can't tell if the last card is in Adam's hand. Let's see, we have another land getting 2 clue tokens for the 2 tireless trackers. It's a shame you can't instant speed Read the Bones. Otherwise, it'd be sweet to like block the trackers, respond, sacrifice. Yeah, be cool.
Yeah, I think we'll see him sack both of these clue tokens, get them up to 5/4s, and ship in there.
Was a Declaration,
Declaration
in
in Stone on the
Scion tokens.
Scion tokens.
He should have lost all of his Scion tokens, I do believe, from the Declaration in Stone. Oh, he responds and sacrifices it. Okay. What? Let's see. We have Daniel sacrificing another clue, making them 5/4s again.
Yeah, I believe Adam did he sack the Scion in response?
Yeah, he sacked the Scion in response to the Declaration in Stone, so that he doesn't get all 3 of the Scions taken out.
It's hard to keep track of everything that's going on when there's only 2 of us here running the whole show.
Yep. We have the Read the Bones from Adam. Let's see.
He's going to scribe. Well, he likes
Leaves
one of those
on
cards.
Top, takes the other one to the bottom. Going to 13
life.
Yep. Let's see. What did he like? Could it be? Nope. We're looking for that Declaration in Stone from Adam to just deal with the Transgress the Mind.
Yeah,
revealing 3 lands.
Nothing but lands for Daniel. That's good information to know about your Adam.
Yeah. However, you know he's getting more clue tokens and gonna be getting those guys real big soon.
Yeah, yeah. So we might be in for a long one here.
Yeah, 20 minutes down, we're still into game 1.
Yep.
I mean, I really think the biggest thing that's going to come here is if Adam can hit the declaration to get rid of it, or just remove both of them somehow, is going to possibly swing it in his favor.
Yeah, I think I saw Soaring Grim Nemesis from Adam's side.
However, we could I completely lost what I was about to say. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I can't remember anymore. I completely lost what I was about to say.
Okay, so I imagine if you're Adam, trying just to looking to get to Sorin. The Bant Company deck has somewhat of a hard time dealing with planeswalkers.
Yeah,
and
flyers.
Yeah, and Sorin can end the game pretty quickly with just a few plus activations.
Yeah, that and considering Daniel's already in less than half of his starting life total, Sorin could just be what Adam's looking for here. But right now it looks like Daniel is stabilizing the card advantage he was getting off of the tireless trackers. Has been huge. However, I'm not 100% sure if he's hit all of his triggers for tireless trackers. So it looks like they only have 3 1-way counters on them, but he's definitely sacked more than 3 clue tokens.
Live anywhere?
Yep. Let's see. What does...
So I think if you're Adam, I think you're wary of the card collecting company coming out of Daniel. Not really too sure what exactly you can do about it. I really just like jamming Sorin. And, well, no, I guess he doesn't really have any way to protect it, so I guess we're going to play the Wasteland Strangler here first, and then take out a Reflector Mage, looking for a better spot to play Sorin.
And yeah, and then you still have 2 blockers back for the trackers. Trackers still awkward to play against. They are, what are they, 6/5s now?
Yep.
Nope, they're bigger now. They're 7/6s. They're real hard to deal with now. I mean, as I've said, Declaration and Stone, though, will get rid of both of them.
So there's an Evolving Wilds for Daniel. Going to get, looks like 4 clue tokens if he so chooses to this turn. Also has a Reflector Mage in hand. Not really good Reflector Mage targets, per se, but you might just have to make this play. You might have to just...
yeah, if you just send it back to his hand, you know you're going to get in there with one of your attackers for a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, potential to actually to be quite a lot of damage here.
Yeah, definitely. He has. So he can sack 2 tokens. He knows if he doesn't have an instant speed removal, can get in for 9 this turn, possibly taking Jace up to.
Targeting the Wasteland Strangler, and we're going to get in there with one of the trackers.
Adam blocks it. He clears the board. I don't know if I'd...
Yeah, I think I like swinging with both tireless trackers there to push through damage.
Yeah. And then, you know one of them's going to make it through. You can leave back your Lumbering Falls if, for some reason, something were to come up where you have to block. Clearly, Daniel has enough lands to where he doesn't have to worry about losing one.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Daniel fetching with his Evolving Wild, so we'll get another basic. I might actually be counting now to make sure he has a basic. Yep.
Yeah.
To get 2 more clue tokens.
So if you're Adam, I guess what kind of draw are you looking for to get you back into this game. Because these creatures now out of languish. Obviously we've talked about Declaration in Stone.
Now you have to you just have to hit your hard removal. So either your Anguish Unmaking, Declaration in Stone, Silk Rep still, or is there Ultimate Price main board? I do believe
there are 2 copies of Ultimate Price.
Ultimate Price.
So we're just gonna play a Thought Knots here. I guess it looks like. I think we know that Daniel just has lands in hand, and I guess we're sacking clues in response. I think I like just letting this happen, because now he just gets to take a Den Protector, or a Jace. Okay.
Could be a Nissa. No, that's not either of those. It would be a.
That's a Duskwatcher Creator.
Yep. Definitely, from watching it last night and again today, just the power behind the Bant Company and the tireless trackers in the deck. If they're unanswered, just Daniel's card advantage over Adam has been absurd.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this yesterday, but tireless tracker is my pick for most underrated card
In Standard.
Or maybe I think the gig is up. The jig is up now, but I think initially people just kind of wrote off this card.
Wrote it off as a bulk green rare.
Yep. But it turns out really, really good card. And
playing the Den Protector and unmorphing it, returning Thought Knot Seer, and looks like he's going to be getting in there and taking game 1 with Bant Company. Daniel playing Bant Company.
Well played by Daniel.
Yep, definitely. Well played.
Looked on the ropes there for a little bit, but came back and was able to win this game.
Yeah, really, I feel like the tireless trackers and their card advantage really took over the game there towards the end. Being able to draw 2 to 3 cards a turn for every one that Adam played.
I guess on the sideboard here for Adam, there are 2 copies of Blightherder, 4 Duress, 2 Felidar Cub, 1 copy of Flaying Tendrils, 1 Infinite Obliteration, 2 Read the Bones, 2 Ruinous Path, and 1 Transgress the Mind. As far as cards I like the Flaying Tendrils. I'm not even sure how good Flaying Tendrils is in this matchup. There's a lot of 2/3s.
There's a lot of 2/3s, and
that Daniel has. So, yeah, that might not be a good card to bring in, but Infinite Obliteration, I think, is a card I would bring in.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Read the Bones for some card advantage. Ruinous Path is a clean answer to a lot of spells, and a lot of creatures. And Transgress the Mind can take some collected companies.
Yep.
So does Duress as well, but I don't think I like bringing in Duress.
Yeah, there's only a few actual spells in Collected Company itself that you can deal with. You can't touch Jace because he has a creature in hand. And I'm pretty sure the only spells in the Bant Company are the Declaration in Stone, Dramoka's Commands, and Collected Companies. But in Daniel's sideboard, he's got 2 Tragic Arrogance, a Declaration in Stone, Stratus Dancers, Profaner of the Dead, Ojatai's Command, Negates, Felidar, Cub, Lantern Scout, Den Protector, and Clip Wings. I don't see him really needing the Clip Wings. He might bring in the other Den Protector just for the removal that Adam has on his deck, because even if he exiles it, as we've seen, he's just returning it to the graveyard, so the Den Protector can usually bring that back. I don't know how I feel. I don't think you really need a Lantern Scout in this. Felidar Cub.
Yeah, I think something interesting to note is Bant Company. It's kind of been the boogeyman of the early days of Standard. And I think every player going in has a plan to deal with Bant Company, as I'm sure Adam does. I'm sure Adam has, his sort of game plan to beat Bant Company. Not really too sure if Daniel has a plan to beat the Black-White Eldrazi deck. What are your thoughts?
We haven't seen too many creatures really on the Black-White Eldrazi side for the Tragic Arrogance to become super relevant. Declaration of Stone also, it's okay, but the only tokens he's, if you want to get rid of tokens, he's making Eldrazi tokens, which can just sack, as we saw in Game 1. Stratus Dancer, possibly Stratus Dancer to counter instants and sorceries. I don't think he wants to play Profaner of the Dead, just because he doesn't. I don't think he wants to let Adam get any of his Eldrazi back to the hand to how do I say it? Cast again, really, to get the effects to kill his creatures. I don't see much sideboard here really prepped to take on Black-White Eldrazi.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be interesting to see what Daniel does. I mean, he's still playing arguably the most powerful deck in Standard, so I'm sure there's probably games where Adam could, bring in all his hate for this deck, and Daniel might still pull out on top.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Interesting to note, it's I guess
they both have mulligan to 6 now too.
Yeah, and it looks like Adam's going to go down to 5.
It looks like there were no lands in that hand for Adam.
Yeah, definitely not.
And Daniel also going to 5 for game 2.
Definitely rough for both players.
I would have to agree. I really have no idea which deck would be more favored, though, on the mulligan. In particular, with them both going down in numbers.
I have to say the Bant Company deck is favored, as its ability to generate card advantage with cards like Collected Company and cards like Tireless Tracker. Definitely provide an advantage, and I think I see a couple of lands there for Adam. Looks like maybe it was only one, so I think it was one land, and I saw a Languish of the Thought-Knots here, so that's a little bit rough. Just not looking good for Adam. Never want to see this when you're up here commentating.
No, and especially with Adam being on the play too. He's not going to get that card draw at the beginning, so it's almost going to be like Daniel's up 4-6 to start the game out. All right, let's see if we can get a good 4 for Adam. I
don't even know what a good 4 would look like in this deck. Probably a couple of lands.
I see a plains there. It's good enough. He's scrying. And
he's thinking about it.
He's really thinking about it. To the bottom.
Yeah, he's probably just looking for more lands.
Alright, and he does have another plains in hand, it looks like, so he does have 2 lands.
A couple of tap lands here to start for both players, and Animal with a plains and a pass.
I think the thing here is if Daniel can put down just a turn 3 Tireless Tracker and go from there, I think it'll really, if he hits a turn 3 Tireless Tracker, he'll be able to, if Adam cannot answer it, we'll be able to just get...
well, a turn 3 anything, actually, for against any player on a multi 4.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just thinking in terms of ways to just continue generating the card advantage that Adam won't be able to keep up with. Looks like Daniel does not have another... Does he have another land?
I believe he has another land in a Sylvan Advocate.
Yep.
This deck plays a lot of tap lands, so it's going to have these problems where you play your 2 drops on turn 3 and you're...
Does he... What is it? The Silk Wrap.
Yeah.
I do believe we see.
I believe Adam has the Thought Knots here in hand, but no. Two Thought Knots here, but no ways to generate colorless mana right now. So
that okay. I was wondering why he hadn't played it yet.
There's a Wasteland Strangler. Okay, so Adam's fighting a good fight here.
If you're fighting against Man Company, it's a good fight.
We'll see what follow-up play Daniel has if he has I see a Collected Company in hand, but yeah, it looks like just a morph and a pass. So and there's a source of colorless mana. So Adam's going to start deploying a couple of Thought Knots here over the next 2 turns.
See if he can get the block.
There it is.
We have Daniel going to 17 now from the Wasteland Strangler attack. We see, what is that? Collected Company, Declaration Stone, Shredded Dancer, and Negate or Dispel.
That's a Dispel.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you just take the removal spell with the second Thought Knots here in hand. I think Declaration and Stone. Seems like the easy pick.
I think the Collected Company, because even though Daniel hasn't hit his 4th land, if he does hit the 4th land, since we know Adam only has another Thought Knot Steer in hand, I don't think you can take the risk of letting him get a Collected Company off on you. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Good point.
Especially with having no other removal in hand.
So we'll see if Daniel decides to fire off on this Declaration in Stone right now to draw a card. If he has no other plays in hand, I think he might.
Let's see.
Yep.
Declaration in Stone on the Thought Knot.
So that's a pretty nice play there by Adam, knowing that Daniel's going to take that chance to take out that Thought Knots here right away, allowing him to cast another one on the following turn.
Definitely.
It's like an ultimate price to pick up for Adam, which is a nice way to deal with that Den Protector that's about to be unflipped.
It could be a Stratus Dancer as well.
It could be a Stratus Dancer, you're right.
Because we did see one in his hand, and how many Stratus Dancers is he playing in the 75? 2 Stratus Dancers. Doubtful, but it could be. Could also be, isn't Hidden Dragon Slayer. Which also seems very fine here. And he took out the another Collected Company. It is a Den Protector, though.
Called it.
Buying back Declaration in Stone. Getting rid of the other Thought Knot to draw a card.
Yeah, so Adam put up a good fight here, and we're still putting up a decent fight. We have the ultimate price to take care of that Den Protector if he so chooses.
I feel like he can either take out the Den Protector or just let them trade out. If he just lets them trade out, then if Daniel hit, he can save up the ultimate price for something better. And I mean,
ultimate price doesn't hit everything in Daniel's deck, so I don't think trading out exactly is what you want to do right here when you know you have a chance to cash in this ultimate price right now. So
that's true. I was looking at more because we saw from last game with the Tireless Trackers taking off, saving it back for something like that.
Yeah, but we've cast Thought Knots here 2 times in a row now. We know there's no Tireless Trackers on the way.
Yeah, especially not from Collected Company.
So it looks like Daniel has a decent amount of options to play in hand. Could just play a Bounding Crisis here. I believe, okay, Adams. Did he pass the turn? It looks like he's holding up a Bounding Crisis. Okay.
Yeah, Adam passed the turn over to Daniel. See what Daniel's going to do.
Silk Wrap to draw for Adam. So he's finding ways to take care of creatures. And I believe the Sorin also in hand. So yeah, he's thinking about firing up that Shambling Vent. But
if he does have the Sorin,
actually, any sort of if Shambling Vent gets blocked and killed, it would take him off 6 lands to cast Sorin. So kind of an interesting scenario whether or not he wants to fire up that Shambling Vent.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the attack just for. Yep. Gonna block and trade, I would assume. Or no, tap it down before combat. Move to combat, tap. Oh no, block and trade.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
It's better to ambush that guy and
fire the Sorin.
There's a Sorin, so.
I'll draw a card and Daniel's gonna lose 1 life to the duress. It looks like. Yep, Daniel is now 10.
So let's pull up the Grim Nemesis. It's kind of a card that we hasn't really seen.
We haven't seen a play. We haven't.
Time.
This is the first time that we've seen it on camera so far today. So let's go to.
I got it.
Okay.
And yeah, there he is. So getting to generate some card advantage hopefully with this card. This might even be the way that Adam kills Daniel here in this game too. And if he has to, he can even take care of a creature with this -X and work towards his ultimate is something that maybe not really what we're trying to do, but yeah. Sorin could take over this game.
Getting rid of the Nisa. And using Sorin to kill the Hidden Dragon Slayer.
Yep.
To get in there for can't get in there yet, never mind.
Yeah, just cast that card.
Yeah. Duressing. Taking out the Dispel. Revealing a
Stratostancer and a Reflector Mage. Reflector Mage is a dumb card. I mean, it is a powerful card.
Reflector Mage OP. Get it banned from standard emergency.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday's joke. Revive for today.
Ban Reflector Mage.
Hashtag ban Reflector Mage. Let Wizards of the Coast know how overpowered Reflector Mage is.
Maybe not ban Reflector Mage, but it's good.
Restrict it in standard. You can only play 1 Reflector Mage in your deck. See a Stasis there and another Silk Wrap in hand. So who's gonna deal with both of them?
You have to take care of Jace first off. And then,
and then you can use Sorin to kill off the Morph.
Yep. And then
gain 2 life.
Adam on a mold of 4 has done a fantastic job of playing in this, really maneuvering this game.
And Adam going up to 23 now. We missed the
the Sorin.
1 point from last turn too. All right, Adam definitely having Daniel on the back foot though this game. And a surprising turn of events coming from a mold of 4. While Daniel did have the mold of 5, mold of 4 definitely worse.
It looks like we're just going to take out the Bygone Bishop there. And keep attacking for 5, excuse me. Going to fire up that Shambling Vent. So we might be on to
Game 3 soon?
Yeah, Game 3 here real shortly. About 5 minutes left in the round, so.
Ooh, Reflector Mage.
Yeah, well, it's up to this Sorin activation then.
Yep.
Or if we have
Where's
a way
Brainstorm when you need it? Put your
like a couple lands.
That's game.
Yeah. There we go. On to game 3.
I was just hoping to be like, where's Brainstorm? Put your Wasteland Strangler on top of your deck. Flip it.
It's true. Yeah. I don't think we're getting Brainstorm anytime soon.
I don't think so either. There's the guy who's just trolling, saying that one Madness card was going to be a new Brainstorm. Let's blow this one out. That's the first sheet of paper.
Okay, so going on to game 3 here, Wyatt. We got about 4 minutes, probably about 4 minutes when these guys are done shuffling and sideboarding left in the round. Do we see a winner here?
I see a draw here.
Adam won that game pretty quickly, comparatively to the first game.
Comparatively, it still took 10 minutes-ish, 10 to 15 minutes. So I think we'll probably still see a draw here.
Yeah, Bant Company.
Not known for being the fastest deck in the format.
Yeah, it's so we were talking about this yesterday as well. The obviously, you could argue the most powerful deck in the format. It was, I believe, 17 of the 32 decks at the Open were Bant Company.
Yep.
But it could be a deck that a lot of pros, don't pick up, especially at the Pro Tour this weekend.
Just they don't want to take themselves to time.
Yeah, you don't want to pick up those draws in a Pro Tour. Just they don't get you anything. Don't get you anywhere. This player's pretty conscientious of time. Looks like Mulligan didn't or not Mulligan sideboarded pretty quickly, but yeah, looks
Definitely.
like we got 3 minutes left in the round.
3 minutes.
I'm seeing a draw.
I'm seeing a draw. Could just be on the YOLO, keep whatever hand we got. That seems bad though. You probably shouldn't do that at the States now.
Nah.
Especially not with a 3-0 record.
Like both players like their 7.
Yeah, it looks like over on Adam's side we have.
Oh, no, Daniel and none of them like it.
Nope.
Could not have been
I was
more
gonna say it
wrong.
looked like there's maybe 1 or 2 lands in Adam's hand. I saw a Sorin for sure.
You tired?
I'm getting tired. We getting there.
Yeah,
We got 2 more rounds left after this.
we do. Yeah. But hopefully we get to see some more of that Mono Red Vampires deck.
That would be definitely interesting.
We're not going to 2 minutes left in the round watching that deck. Yeah.
I mean, even Esper Dragon's control stuff didn't even go to time.
That's true. Yeah.
Actually, that round got over really quick with like 15 minutes left still. So, let's say Adam keeping this 6, and it looks like Daniel's keeping his 6. Let's see, it looks like a Silk Wrap for sure, and a Wasteland Strangler.
Yeah, not to start Daniel once if he wants to win this game in time. I know it's going to be hard for him regardless, but having 2 tap lands on your first 2 turns of the game, I know he's on a mull to 6, but it's not what you want to see. And it looks like a lot of answers in Adam's hand. As it looks like he's going to play a Shambling Vet and pass the turn. I know I see a Silk Wrap to deal with whatever the first threat Daniel plays is.
An Unmorphed Den Protector.
We'll see how far this Den Protector goes, and the answer is
I'm not protecting any dens today.
yeah, he's not protecting anything.
Oh, we have a morph. Probably either another Den Protector or it could be.
It looked like a Hidden Dragon Slayer, actually.
Dragon Slayer?
Yeah.
This coffee's real cold, too. coffee getting cold. And I mean, I have had it since 7:30 this morning. Alright, sweet.
I think we're at time in the round. I can hear it downstairs, but these guys in the feature match area might be on a
Slightly
different timer.
So
yeah, we'll just stop it there.
Probably pretty soon we'll
yeah, we'll know when they're on turns, but
yep.
Should be pretty close.
Alright. Does he want to use the Reflector Mage here? Returning Strangler.
Yeah, I mean,
paying a life to do so too.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the Obnixilis. First time we've gotten a chance to see him. All mesh. We were talking about him being.
There we go.
One of those, one of the cards in this matchup that could, be a haymaker for him.
Yeah, the card advantage definitely is going to help him to battle with the card advantage that Bant Company can produce. And then him with Soren together, just getting the card advantage over on Daniel could be what Adam's looking for here. It looks like he drew a Soren too.
Does he have the 6 land to go with it?
No, he does not. He has a Blight Herder. And Adam, okay, yeah, went to 19 to draw a card there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, he did hit. Alright.
Alright, so there, I believe now time has just been called. So, for them. So Adam is now turn 0.
We have both guys at 18 now.
Yeah, with the Obnixilis, yep.
Playing the Duress. He does not have the 6 land to play the
Sword.
Yep. Takes out the Collecting Company, which I definitely think is the right one here. The Dispel's not going to touch your Soren, and neither is Declaration of Stone. Though I'm not sure how Adam and Daniel are how they're gonna try to come to a conclusion.
Yeah,
here.
It's interesting. I think if this game were actually to go longer, right now obviously it looks like Adam's pretty favored to win.
Yeah,
I know we saw that in game 1 where Adam was looking good, but then ended up losing. But
I think definitely if Daniel can't come up with something on this turn, and Adam is able to stick the Soren next turn, I mean, he'd still be able to, because even if he sticks a creature this turn, Adam can always just kill it with Obnixilis.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Adam would be favored to win this game.
Definitely.
If it were to go, more than the extra turns. But a draw right now at 3-0 is it's not the worst thing in the world. Looks like a Felidar Cub.
Yep.
For Daniel, looking to maybe take out that Silk Wrap if need be, but probably looking to get a little bit more.
I was going to say, Silk Wrap won't do anything here because he had already moved that card from exile into the graveyard. So he would just be killing the Silk Wrap to do nothing. So,
I couldn't remember if that Reflector Mage was...
no, the Reflector Mage got Declarationed. I'm trying to remember what he Silk Wrapped, but I think he Silk Wrapped the Dead Protector earlier, I do believe. Alright. Moving Reflector Mage from the... Okay, there we go. Getting rid of that. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I personally...
You want to sack that Felidar Cub?
I don't know. I mean, the Felidar Cub is going to die anyway. I was thinking more of sticking the Soren that turn.
Yeah.
And then using Obnixilis to kill the Cub. Because Bant Company does not have any haste creatures, so you're not going to have to worry about something getting at either of your planeswalkers. And I do not believe he has a Lumbering Falls out, so he would not have to worry about either of his planeswalkers dying. Especially with Daniel on turn 3. Adam's only going to get one
I
more
think
turn
both
here.
players are just kind of playing it out at this point. Nothing really to be done, though.
Yeah, I definitely think we'll just see Adam dropping the Sorin this turn to see what it can do. It can't hurt, I don't think.
Yeah, it looks like he's favoring the Blight Herder in his hand. Just looking to play it as a 4/5. Or sack the Clue. Sack the Clue is also fine. And then play the Blight Herder.
I don't know. I mean, it's turn 4. You know that.
It's turn 3.
No, that was turn 4.
Actually.
Now it's on turn 5. Yeah, he can't conclude the game. I don't know.
It's looking like we're gonna get a draw here. We'll let you know if any of these players conceded to one another, not looking to pick up get in the draw bracket. But right now, it's looking like we have a draw.